Hello guys, welcome to another webinar. I hope everybody attending today is having a good day. Hope you guys are doing well with your trading. It is Wednesday, so Monday, Tuesday came and passed. So hopefully you are going to be having some good trades already. If you have had some good trades during this week already, do share your good fortunes in the chat. Let us know how the trading has been going. My name is Angelo. I'm gonna show you a photo here of myself with a lot of Photoshop that was taken a few years ago. I do look very different then as I am now, but it is what it is. Years do pass. 6 years now already passed since I started an IQ option, so let's see how many more. Hopefully another 6 or maybe even more than that. I got an eye on the chat, so if you can hear me well, let me know. Write a message if you can hear well, see well the picture, and let me know where you guys are from as well. I see one here, Ravi, writing, I'm from India, how are you? I'm doing well, hope you are too, Ravi. Tutorial from Pakistan, lovely. Ravi here. I was watching the chat before, guys, and I saw that there were some questions regarding withdrawals and some people that wrote that they haven't got their withdrawals or having problems with withdrawals. Speak louder, voice is very low. Okay, I'll bring the microphone closer to me. Maybe this will improve the sound. We did have microphone issues before. Okay, here we go. Tiger is writing that he can hear me well. No sound either. Guys, try cranking up the volume on the device that you're listening to. Might be some issues we're having. We are going to get new microphones soon, so that will be better. Loudly. Oh my god, I'm getting lots of people writing about the low volume. We had this issue before. On my side, it's on maximum volume as high as I can get it. So hopefully you guys can crank it up from your side to get a better sound coming. Right, so yeah, regarding what I was mentioning about the withdrawals, always you need to make sure that your account is verified with IQ option, right? So if you have used a credit card or a debit card to fund your account, you need to make sure that the card you have used is verified. Once you have done that, there will be no issue receiving money. Okay, I see Georgino writing there, camera and mic is good. Great, great, great. So guys, just crank up the volume on your devices and hopefully the sound will be good. Right, we're gonna jump into soon to the day's subject, a question that was asked to me many times as an account manager. What is the best time to trade? So we're gonna be answering that question in more than a simple 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. We're gonna go into that in some detail. Regarding the withdrawals, very short little jump back. Speak to support. If you have your account verified and you don't have the withdrawals coming, normally there is a bit of a waiting time anyway, depending on your bank or where you're sending the money to. It could take sometimes 3, 4, 5 days for the money to be sent and received by your bank or the receiving source. E-wallets normally are really fast, so those are highly recommended. NetTeller, Skrill, Easy Money, Web Money. Check with support what is available in your region and use those ones is my advice or what I would suggest doing. But definitely speak to support. They work 24 hours a day and they're very happy to help. So if you are worried about some withdrawals you made and you didn't get the money yet, definitely write the message to the support team and they're going to help you. All right, guys, let's jump in. Just a quick little reminder, at any point of the webinar, if you feel like you're enjoying what you're watching or you want to watch more of them, don't forget, click the like, subscribe to the channel here at Q Option Education and ring the notification bell there on the bottom of the screen here to receive notifications for future webinars. If you speak Arabic or you is your native language, we are going to have a webinar coming up next week, the first Arabic webinar. We have webinars in Spanish, Portuguese, Thai, loads of webinars, guys. So sign up to the page, click the notification bell to receive notifications for those webinars. Right, okay, let's go. Presentation. You should now be seeing my screen here with the title of the presentation, best time to trade binary options. And yeah, if everything is right, you should be seeing this. And we're going to start right away with this presentation. Right, guys. So best time to trade binary options. You should see everything here, right? You should see my screen. Everything should be showing and working. I'm not sure what has happened there, if this is working correctly. Just go back to that. Okay, guys, let me know if you can see this. Deposit money, but have my card in Japan. Well, if you left your card, Mohammed, in a different country from where you are, then my suggestion would be ask somebody who has contact with you in that country where your card is, to get that card sent to you, or maybe a photo. We just need a photo of the front and back of the card with information hidden. So just get that, guys. Get that, and it should be fine. Right. So okay. Hello, Alexander from Ukraine, my friend. We are all with you guys. We are very much in your support. We hope everything is well for you guys. We hope all the horrible things going on end really, really soon. So, okay, guys, I'm going to continue here now with my presentation of what we have to show you and what we have seen previously. Previously, we have seen the triple trend strategy, a very nice webinar we done on a very good setup for indicators. We are going to take a little look at that again to refresh and everything at the end. We have done a webinar on how indicators work, and we have done a webinar for support and resistance. Then Fibonacci retracements. If you remember, that was the last webinar we did. And volume is poor. Please make it more audible. I'm sorry, this is as loud as it can go, guys. So you need to just crank up the volume from your side. Fibonacci retracements was the last webinar we've done, and you can definitely watch that video again if you have missed it. And volume is low. Brian, I understand. We're going to hopefully make through with this. This is as loud as I can get my microphone working right now. So, coming up soon, these are the next webinars we have planned for you guys. We have the Fibonacci extensions, candlestick patterns 1, candlesticks patterns 2, so we can take a nice look at candlesticks. And then we have a very nice indicator setup called double ATR strategy. That's the next one coming. Okay, you should be seeing this on your screens, right? You should be seeing, yeah, you should, sure you can, right? Okay, first thing, this is what we're looking at now is a calendar that shows us the hours of the day. It shows us the hours of the market opening. This is in GMT, right? So this is not your local time. You'll have to adjust it to your local time. GMT in Cyprus, it's +3, and so on and so forth. So yeah, just make sure you adjust this to your local time. And the important thing for you guys always to understand when looking for the best time to trade is volatility. Majority of traders do well, especially for binary and digital trading. You need the market to be volatile. You need it to be moving. So if, for example, you're trading at the very, very, very bad times, that would be somewhere where, for example, everything is closed. If you're trading, for example, GBP with USD, with Euro, and you're trading it when the market is closed in this part down here, for example, like all the way back there, you're not going to get like a very good volatility, right? So you should be aiming for in this box here. You want to be aiming for the GMT time. This is the winter hours also, by the way, right? So from 8 a.m. until 5 in the afternoon is when the European market is open, London is open, and New York has opened. So this would be optimal, the best time basically for anything with European and North American currencies. GBP with the USD, Euro GBP, then Euro USD, USD CAD, Euro CAD. So all these, this would be the best time frame when both markets are open, Europe, London, and New York. If you like trading with, again, early in the morning on GMT time is a good little window here when the Asian market is still open, and at the same time, Frankfurt and London are opening. So these are good windows, really good windows. If you don't like the high volatility or the very, very high volatility, avoid these hours here, especially in the afternoon when Europe and America is open, because that's when the majority of the trades happen, when New York and London and Frankfurt are all pumping and operational. Not getting anywhere from the talk. Volume is very low. Oh my God, guys, there's not much I can do. I'll put the microphone all the way in my face. I don't like to show it. So I'm holding it here as close as I can to me, and hopefully this will be able to improve the quality a little bit. I'm not going to be able to do this forever because I'll need both hands at one point. Right, so next one. Now this one is for the summer hours, right? Only little thing is that we have the daylight saving in my country here, so many countries as well. So we just adjust it by 1 hour. It goes back by 1 hour. Instead of 8 o'clock GMT, the markets open at 7 o'clock, the European, and London basically at 7. So that's the little change there. Ooh, mic is very clear now. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, I'm seeing improvements. I'm going to try hold the microphone here as much as I can. Let me just try and flip it a little bit and maybe even place it. Let me just see. Let me see if I can sort this out. Give me a second, guys. I'll be with you in a sec. Let me just move things around a little bit so I can place the microphone right bang in front of my face. There we go. Done. Okay. So now I want you guys to notice something I have here. This is a screenshot I've made of my account on EURUSD binary options, 1 hour candles, and I want you to notice here how the markets are dropping. Euro was dropping really heavily in these last couple of weeks, and it is more or less with the situation in Ukraine, oil prices, the European markets are really suffering. So you can see the market is dropping, and then all of a sudden the markets start going sideways. Flat, small candles, sideways moving. Again, markets open, starts going down. Flat spot again. Then it goes, markets open, market goes down, big movements, and then a flat spot. Market goes a bit sideways here. It does happen. It's as normal as sideways moving market. And then now here we go again. A big flat spot. 3, 4, 5 hours of flat markets for the EURUSD. So note the time. 9 until 3 GMT, so there's a 6-hour window there. This is the dead zone, more or less, where the markets are very low on volatility. So that is something to watch out for. If you do like volatility, aim for the high volatility hours, avoid the dead spots in the early hours of GMT, where European markets and American markets are closed. Okay, now I want to bring your attention to this website. Here is the link for it as well. It's called finviz.com. A very good tool. I'm not promoting them. I've got no money coming from them by promoting them or anything, but this is a very useful tool that everyone should and easily can get familiar with. Just type it onto your Google search, finviz.com, and you will see this. You'll be able to adjust this to a weekly relative performance, daily, monthly. Now, I have it here on weekly, so it shows me basically in the last weeks what has been doing well versus the USD. USD is in the middle here. So if I want to find something that is trending positively, trading very positively versus the USD, then I'm going to look on this side, and I see AUD is up by 1.15%. That's good. I know that just from looking at this now, I know that if I want to trade Australian dollar with US dollar, I should see these two in an uptrend in favor of the Australian dollar. On the other side of the spectrum, Euro is the one doing the worst, as we saw before in that little screenshot as well. So Euro is doing the worst, minus 121 versus the USD. So this one is in a downtrend. Easy and simple. Just by looking at this, I'm gathering information now. So again, CAD and GBP. These two, one is plus 0.12, the other one is minus 0.12, very close to the US dollar. So these ones will be going basically sideways, slow sideways movements, not optimal for trending indicators, or if you're looking for a strong trend, these ones nearby here are not very good. I would say JPY versus the USD and the Euro versus the USD would be the best ones to go for. These two are very negative versus the USD, so you should find a nice pattern and trend. Make a screenshot of this if you want, guys, or just save that link there, finviz.com. Very good tool, guys. Very good tools. I can't recommend it higher than as I am. Really good for you. Now, you have just gathered two parts of information: how to find which assets are trending versus the USD, and what are the best times to trade. If you like volatility or if you don't like volatility, adjust that to yourselves. So if you like volatility, aim for the times when the market is very volatile. If you don't like volatility, aim for some hours where it's not dead but not high volatility either. So that is one part of trading. Everybody should understand and recognize, though, that fundamental analysis is very important, but we do need to have some technical skills as well. We do need to know how to use some indicators, some graphic tools, just to have even better results and better knowledge of what we're working with. So we're going to take a little look now, a little reminder of things we have done before. This is the triple trend strategy we have shown on a previous webinar. If you have not watched that webinar, guys, you will find a link to it on our channel. The channel is IQ Option Education. So register to go to that on YouTube, click on it, so subscribe to it as well to get notifications for future webinars. And yeah, watch loads of them. We have all the videos mentioned before there as well. And okay, this is the one now for the binary options we're going to look at now again, the triple trend one. So 2 minute is the binary option expiration. Candlestick frame is 15 seconds. Indicators is the ATR trailing stops, the comma, and the QStick. We have done the webinar, guys. So if you want a full check of this setup, go watch the webinar, which is called Triple Trend. This is what it should basically look like, and this is how you should trade with it. What you're aiming for, the comma line here above is the Kaufman's adaptive moving average. It is there to show us the overall trend. Clearly here I can see the market is dropping, it's going downwards, and that is what the comma is showing also, that it's a downtrend. Look at where it started up here and where it ends on the screenshot down here. So clearly it's a downtrend. Then next, the second one is the ATR Trailing Stops. This one we keep it on default setting. This one is here to show us the mini breaks and switches in the trends. So again, we know the overall trend is downwards, but it doesn't mean it's going to just be like dropping like a rock. It does go up and down in little waves, and this is there to show that to us. The third one we have down here, the QStick on 7 periods. This one will show us again with the fluctuations. In a smaller time frame than the comma, it shows when the market is retracing back up or breaking back down under the 0 marker in the middle here. So if it is at this point here, we can see it's red, but then it switches to green. We can expect an upward movement to happen. Here it doesn't happen though. The opposite happens. It switches temporarily up. This is that spike there, and then it comes down. Hence the big crash down. What we are aiming for with this setup is these moments. These moments here where we can see the breakthrough of the ATR. The market was above, the candles are above the ATR, then it crosses under. The next candle, this one here, would be the confirmation for me to go with the trade. Same thing happens here. This is another one here with the pullback. It touches the ATR, pulls back, doesn't break through it. So this would be another good entry point. This next candle there. And we see the market does do exactly as expected. It drops down. Again here, another cross through. Here the market does break through, but what we want to do is find all of them together. Right now I know it's a downtrend, so I should be looking for sell trades, for puts. If it was above the comma, then I'd be looking for the opposite. I'd be looking for breakthroughs like this one here, where the market breaks from under to over the ATR, above the comma though. And at the same time, I want to see this happening with the QStick. I want to see the red turning into green if it's above here. Or in this example here is perfect, right? Because we have all of them at the same time. We can see the comma is above, signal 1. Signal 2 is the crossover that happens exactly in the box there. And at the same time, QStick does change from green, passes the 0 line, and it goes down in red. So the next candle there would be a great entry. As soon as that next candle opens, enter the trade, and we can see that the market stays under for a huge amount of candles. So that would be a very, very, very good trade there. Same as the pullback here as well. There was a bit of temptation to break over, then it breaks under again. So that moment there, when we see the candle touch, break under, when that candle closes and the next one opens, we could go for a trade. Okay. My voice is very low. This is weird because the volume is going up and down apparently. Guys, we can have new microphones next time, so I'm sure you'll not have this issue again with volumes. We'll just have to make the most of this one, and if you can crank up the volume on your devices as loud as you can on your side, that would be great. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some stuff on my live account here, ways to use this, other things to do to use technical analysis. This is for stock traders, right? I have here, let me just move my airbrush as well. Give me 1 second, guys, so I can have this to draw little pictures for you and show some more things of what I want to be showing you. So, okay, On this one, I have used, this is a BMW, and I'm looking at 4-hour candles, and this is for stock traders perhaps, but ways to use it. In the hour of the day where we are now, the European market is open still, and BMW is trading. So volatility should be present on BMW. So it's a good time to trade it. What I have done here is I have drawn a Fibonacci retracement. If you don't remember how to do that, you can definitely check the last webinar. But in short, what we do, let me just remove it and redo it. So I go to my graphic tools here, indicators, and actually no, I'm going to go to graphic tools, that's above there. Take the Fibonacci, and I'm going to find the highest point of the last trend. The trend I'm looking at is this big downtrend here. One could argue that the market started reversing back up again here. Now it's going sideways, but I find this one the most strong downtrend that I can see as of recently. So I'm going to take it from the top. I click on the click the chart there with the Fibonacci line, Fibonacci grid. Take it to the bottom, to the lowest point of the wick there, and I click again. There it is. It's now implemented. Just to make it more visible for myself and for you, I'm going to change the color, make it orange, make it nice and thick so you guys can see it clearly. And there it is. With this simple 2 clicks, I have now a beautiful little chart that shows me more or less support resistances with very, very important numbers. The 61.8 is the golden ratio number, really important for finding our support. The 50 line here, as we can see, did get respected. The BMW price went up. Here's the bottom price, the 0. It came up. It got touched around here. Let me just get this little thing working as well. Okay, why is that not working? It isn't working yet. Okay, 1 second. Is it working now? Yes, there it is. Okay, so as we can see here, the market came up, it touched this level, broke above it, but then it did come back down to it again. So this line here, we can see it's got lots of resistance, lots of action happened at this line. It didn't just break straight through it and climb up to there. It did resist at the 23.6 on the Fibonacci. Then it danced up and down a little bit for the next couple of days, broke over, came up to the next one, the 38.2, and as we can see here, same thing. It touched it, didn't break over it, stayed it around that level, respected it. Then again, it stayed here for quite a while, right? We can see here that for quite a while it stayed in that range. Finally, after, what is the date here? On the 29th of March, it came up to the 50 line. Now, many traders say that the 50 and the 61.8 are very, very important ones, because if it breaks past these ones, if it comes up to here, the market, if it was to come here and do this kind of a movement and stay above it, then there's a good chance that the trend is over. This trend that we followed is over and a new trend has started. So what we saw here with all this movement in here, if it continued up to there, then would say this is the trend. This new trend I just drew in here. So we'd take another Fibonacci, start from the bottom, take it to the top, and we'd have a new grid that shows us new numbers. Okay, let me move things along. Now we're going to take a look at Australian dollar and USD. This is something for one-day candles for Forex. Again, there is a good opportunity here for a Fibonacci again, from the top to the bottom. I'm going to leave that there, but I'm also going to put these indicators that we had previously mentioned, right? How to find them, how to implement them. So let me just take away the ones I have added, which is one of my favorites, the RSI, which is a nice little indicator. So, okay, what do we have? We have the comma. So trend, ATR Trailing Stops. I'm going to apply it as it is on default. Going back to my indicators again. Then where is the Kaufman? Actually, you know what? I have a template for this. Triple trend. There it is. Triple trend. I clicked it. It comes on the screen straight away. So you can basically do this as well. Save a template of your indicators. Just choose which indicators you want from the list here. Okay, indicators, you have them set up. Comma, what have comma twice? That's weird. Okay, let me just go back to the trend. ATR, adding this one on default. There it is. So now I have, why is it not showing It is there. I can't see it. But anyway, it is there. Once you do have them all on the screen, you just simply come down here. A second. Added. You come here to the save templates. Click save. And you type in what you want to type in. And it will save it there for you. Once you have it, it is going to be here in your templates. So every time you open a new asset, let's say I'm going to open now Australian with New Zealand. Okay, it did open here now with the QStick and the ATR. So I will go to my indicators and click there, right? TT, triple trend is what I have this one. And there it is. All my indicators come on the screen. So this is something you can use on anything, right? Binary, Forex, digital, any types of trading, this setup works very nicely. What you have to adjust is this thing here, the time frame. If you're doing short-term binary trades, adjust this one to be on 15 seconds. 15 seconds or 30 seconds. And this will give you a good reading of how to use that. Look at this moment here, for example. What we want is all three indicators to be showing me a signal. So I want to see a crossover, like here. The comma is under the market, so the price is above. And here's a cross. It crosses the ATR. Signal 1, signal 2. So now I should be looking down at the QStick. If I see the QStick flipping over, like it did here, from red it switches to green, that would have been a signal. I don't have it here. I have 2 signals, not 3. This is a trade I could have taken, or if I was a bit apprehensive, I could have waited for all 3 and missed that opportunity. The other way to do it is with this one here. We want to see a pullback. We want to see the market come down, touch the ATR, and then push off it again. On the next candle, we see again, it touches, pushes off. So as soon as that candle closes, we could have taken a trade and hopefully had a successful one. So, but we want to see this part as well. We want to see the QStick flipping around as well. In this case as well, it didn't do it. So again, not optimal. But one thing now, I hope somebody noticed this, right? I chose Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. The time right now, is the market open? Is the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar, is Wellington and Sydney open right now? No, they aren't. So the volatility isn't really there. So I shouldn't really be looking at this one right now. European market is open. American market is opening very soon. So this one is a good one I could go for. GBP USD is a good one to go for. Volatility is nice right now. Euro GBP is another good one. Australian US dollar, maybe not the best for right now, but is a very much loved currency pair, so definitely can go with that one. So another way to trade, let's choose something else. This one now is for binary Euro GBP. I'm on 5-minute candles. This is important for finding a good zone. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to draw some support resistances. I think I have some already set up in here. Let me just see what I have. What did I draw with all those? I don't even know. They're very far away, most likely. All right, so I'm going to see and draw some support resistances in here, which is another way to trade. Go to my graphic tools and take a horizontal line. And I can see here already automatically there's a nice support at this level. So changing the color to support, I'm going to make it red. I'm going to make it nice and thick. There we go. There now I have my support, my resistance line, right? This is not a support, it's a resistance. So copy it. What else do I see? Where's the lowest point? Important to know. Down there is the lowest point the market has been. This one I'm going to color it green because it is a clear support. And up here is the ultimate resistance on the top there. So I'm going to take another copy of that one. And I'm going to push this one up to the top here, the highest body of that candle. You should be able to see this. These are relevant times to me for binary trading. Not too far, not too close. Then let's see if we can find something a bit closer in the middle here. There's a nice little resistance support slash in the middle there. So let me just copy this because currently it is a support based on where the market is and where I'm going to draw it. So I'm going to copy this. Where we click on it. Okay, copy it and draw and drag that one there. And we can see the reason why I'm doing that. We can see multiple bodies of candles on this line. One could argue and say that it maybe even up there is good, right? There's a couple of touches there. There's a wick touch there. Multiple touches here. So this one is even better. Look at all these touches. So that's a very good support. Now, okay. Based on this, I can see the market is touching my resistance line there. So once I am happy with my setup, I'll come back down to the 15 seconds. Okay, I'm looking at binary. What options do I have for expiration? Okay. All right, so it touched and resisted, so I could go for a trade right now. Let's just put something in here. And I'm going to take it right now because it did touch my resistance line there. It has resisted. It temporarily broke over, came back down. So I expect that resistance I drew in before to be optimal. I didn't do much with the timing. I could have adjusted that to at least a minute or two. That is better to do 2-minute trading than what I just did now with just clicking it straight away. We do need more time, around 6 to 8 candles. So let's see. This might not be the perfect one yet, but the idea was that the support line I drew in here, the resistance line here, the red one, should be respected by the market. I did not expect it to break straight over and keep going. This is a bit of a dodgy sign because the candle already broke above, touched twice, and the market is going upwards. So yeah, looks like I might be losing 10 euros on this, $10 on this trade. And I have. All right, I have to make that one back. Let's see if we can do it. No indicator work. Oh, okay. Well, there's lots of indicators. I'm sure we'll have something that will work. If you have used an indicator and you don't get the results you're looking for, then perhaps change indicators. Try something different. Give it a good attempt. Use the indicators correctly, though. What many people do, and I do sometimes as well, get a bit carried away, a bit aggressive, and not trade with what I should be doing. Instead of waiting for a clear signal from the indicator to place a trade, I'll be placing trades way too frequently and end up getting not optimal results. And it's pure frustration and stress what makes me do that. So, right, Euro GBP right now, if you can see this, there is no real, so let me just go back to the bigger candles, go back to the 5-minute candles, so draw some more lines perhaps on this one. So we can see on this one here now, there's a wick there of this previous candle that touched that price, so that was the highest price. In direction of trend, let's just get one of those indicators in here. So let's go with the ones we have already. What's going on with the Kaufman? It looks a bit like a mess here. It's got lots of things on the screen. Let me just take these away. And let me just have a look with the comma. What do you guys think? Is it optimal? Is it in a trend? Or is it dancing all over the place based on this one? So we can see the purple one is one we should be looking at. Here, the purple line is underneath the market. So this is a sign of an uptrend. Then it switches. At this point here, the market now comes under the comma. So now it's a sign that the market is downtrending. And right this moment, it's breaking over again. So not really good. Based on the setup we mentioned before as well, with the triple trend indicator setup, let me just go back to the 15 seconds, see if we catch anything on this one, if there is any indication here. So what I want to see is a pullback. There's a pullback there. There isn't a crossover here though. So there's nothing really much going on this one right now to highlight. I have implemented my support resistances. I don't have anything really good to look at. But what I can do is this little trick. Open a multi-chart. Open multiple assets. The ones I have here, the first 4 are shown now on my screen. So I can track multiple things at the same time. So if I want, for example, let's say to keep an eye on these 4 currencies, EURUSD, then on this one, yeah. So I have here on the screens the currency pairs that I want to be looking at and I'm interested in. I have to adjust on each one the times to make sure the time expiration is what I'm aiming for. And this way you can have multiple trades going, multiple options going for you at the same time. EURUSD, I think it's most people's favorite. I think we did check the GBP USD. No, we didn't. All right, let's go through the EURUSD and then jump back to that one. Or if you want, you can let me know. If you want to see anything else, not the GBP USD next one, let me know. Write me on the chat and tell me, hey, Angelo, don't show me that. Show me something else. All right, let's see. So what I found here on the EURUSD, this is now 5-minute candles. I can clearly see the bottom of the trend here. There's the support line I drew. I'm going to make this one a different color. Let me just make it a bit more visible. So I'll make this one green, make it wide. So this is the lowest body of a candle that I have at this moment down there. This one here is the lowest wick I have on the market, right? So I'm going to do the same thing. Take this one, make it green as well, and make it nice and wide. So these are the lowest points that EURUSD have been in the relevant times to what I'm trading. Up here, up until these last couple of candles we have right now, this was the highest point out there. Now that I do have a higher point, I can drag it up to there, the highest point. The highest wick is up there, leaving it orange for now, no need to do it red. And now the other one is the body of the candle. This one I can move it as well. So the highest body is up here now. So I have now the highs and the lows of this currency pair. I did a channel as well. Clearly with my eyes I could see that there's an upward trend, an upward pattern here with the markets. It breaks over and under. You could draw them if you want, like here for example, as a higher point. I liked this moment there up until this moment. So let me just draw these ones in another color as well. Let me make these ones purple and make it wide. So I can now draw a chart and I can show myself another pattern here. I can show myself horizontal and diagonal movements. Now I can see that the market is pointing in that direction. It broke under a little bit here, so I can always play with these and move them around a little bit, putting this price down there into play. So I have this channel and it's leading me to a certain points. So it's leading me to this point right here more or less, where I could see a massive breakout in this zone there. So let me just implement that again. So in this area there, I could be seeing a bit of a breakout, because you can see the purple line is going to be crossing here or crossing up there with the wick. So then the band is narrowing. If I was to make this line here now as well purple in color to make it a bit more coordinated, you will see that there's a nice little triangle forming at this stage. So in this moment here, right, that would be a possible breaking out moment. It did touch already here, it didn't break out, it's coming back down again. It might go a bit lower, it might come back up again. The idea that with this is, with this little channel I drew, I would expect some movements like here for example, maybe a little bit under, back up, back in, up, down, maybe around like this. And then in this area here somewhere, I'm expecting a break. Or it's going to break upwards, or it's going to break downwards. How to find the level of breakout of this trend? Easy. You can measure. You measure the point here, for example, if it is to break in this area, you can measure, for example, this part here. So you can take a graphic tool. Let's take a line and draw, for example, from up here to down there. Right, let's make that one nice and thick as well. And let's make it white. So this is the measurement I have. That's the movement I measured in there. So if I'm going to put this now to break down, let me just copy it, or to break up, right? So I'm going to place it up there, zoom it out. That's the kind of movement I can expect now. A little bit more. Oh, is that not working? There we go. So yeah, this is the kind of movement I could expect from this. It could come up to here, or it could come up down to this point there. So something like this I can see, or something like that I can see up here, right? The market from where it is can break up there. So if it is to break upwards, we could see something like this, right? Or if it's to break downwards, we could see some, okay, not that sharp, but something on these movements like this to come down to that level. Possibilities by just knowing where to draw the lines, where the bodies of the candles are touching and going. Okay, let me see. Did anybody write anything? Anybody write like something they would like to see? I don't see anything here on the chat based on where I am now. No indicators work. I don't see anything. All right, so I'm just going to go with the GBP USD on this one. Okay, so same thing goes as before, right? You should be able to hear and see me, guys. Just adjust that. That is on the bottom. Okay. All right, so what is going on here? There's the top. There's the bottom. Actually, you know what? Let me see. Is there anything else I can do? This is 5-minute candles. There is a strong uptrend here. I could draw a Fibonacci on this one. So I'm going to go to my graphic tools, take a Fibonacci. There's the lowest point. Up there is the highest point. Now I've got a grid that shows me where the market can retrace to. So I'm going to switch it now down to, actually I'm first going to color it, change the coloration of it, make it nice orange, make it nice and thick and visible. There it is. So there's my grid. I can see I'm happy with it. It touched the top. It touched at this point here as well, Fibonacci, and didn't break it. Kind of broke over and stayed above. A touch on the 38.2, another touch on the 38.2, lots of activity here on the 23.6, and it stayed around there. So now I'm going to bring it in to something smaller, 15-second candles, because it is a binary one, GBP USD this time. And this time I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm going to adjust my time to give myself at least 2 minutes available. And what I want to be seeing on this one is a touch of the Fibonacci. It's getting quite close to here. If it does come and touch this moment, it's up to me to decipher whether it's going to touch it and break over. If it's going to make this kind of a movement we see here, where it touches on the line and then it just goes back up again, as it did on this moment there. Or if it's going to do the opposite, it's going to touch the line and break under it. That would be basically a touch, a wick comes under, and then it just keeps on climbing and going underneath it. So that's what we need with the Fibonacci on this one. Guys, watch the videos. If you have not watched the last webinar, do subscribe to this channel. Use the notification bell if you liked it as well. It does help other people getting with this channel, right? So click the notification bell, like, subscribe to the channel, and then notifications for future webinars. And you'll find here all the previous webinars we've done as well, so you can look back and see lots and lots of webinars to get yourselves on level. If you don't know how to use support resistances, watch the video for that one. If you don't know how to use the ATR or the indicator we have with that one, the triple trend setup, go watch that video, guys. I'm sure there's no one that is fully loaded with knowledge. There's always something new to learn. There's always something to improve. Whether it's for Forex, binary, digital, whatever you're trading, there is something that you can definitely work to your advantage. Not the restricted $100. I would like to know reason why, huh? No, I'm missing that question here. I might be missing something on the chat here. Right, guys, I'm going to be taking questions now. If you do have any questions for something relevant to the webinar or not, believing that my moderators have been gathering questions for me as well during this webinar as we are doing. So does volume go slightly higher? Is a question I see here. On my side, it doesn't go higher. This was a question from one of the moderators gathered for me. David asks here, tell us when to enter trade, please. That's my big issue. Okay, well, David, it's a simple answer to that one. Best way to enter trades, I'm not sure what kind of trades you're doing, if it's binary, digital, Forex, or long-term or short-term, but indicators are really good. Knowing strategies, knowing indicators, being familiar with money management. That's a webinar we've done a long time ago, money management. We might need to do a new one about that, an updated one. But the key thing is not to invest more money than you should. If you have $100 on your account, then $2, $3 per trade is optimal. 2% or 3%. With the account balance I have, clearly I can do bigger trades than that because I have a larger balance. So 2% or 3%, in my case, I could go even with 1%. Have a target, have a goal. I'm aiming to make, for example, 20% profit whenever I have enough time to trade. So I look at my account balance, take a calculator, and I'll calculate exactly 20%. That is my target. That's my financial target. Each trade will be 2% of my balance, one by one, slowly. Hopefully, I will make that target amount, 20%. As soon as I do, end the trading. If I have a bad day, I'm not going to lose more than 10%. In my case, that would be $410. If I have a bad session and I lose $410, that would basically be 3 trades of 3% and 1 trade of 1%. If I lose them, that's it. I'll end my session and stop trading straight away. Call it a bad day, take a loss, it's okay. So for your trading, again, David, indicators. If you do know how to use them and you're very comfortable with them, use them, but use them correctly. The other one, again, if you don't know how to use indicators, watch some of our videos. You'll definitely find useful information. Subscribe to this channel. Watch the next webinars we have on candlestick patterns, Fibonacci part 2, on the double ATR strategy we're going to have coming up in the next couple of months. So lots and lots of webinars will be coming your way with strategies and indicators. So David and everybody else, stay with us. I'm sure we'll find indicators that will be optimal for you and hopefully turn your trading around if you're not successful already. So, Simmer 299. So why the leverage value decreasing in Forex in IQ option while the last time average value was 1,000 into square? Well, it depends on market conditions, Simmer. If there are assets that give high leverage, there's others that give lower. It depends on what the markets are. It depends on what IQ option can offer to its traders. Some assets have very high, like EURUSD, for example, is high leverage. The very, very high leverage is normally is there for if you put an expiration to your Forex trade. If you're trading Forex with an expiration, then you get the super very high leverages. Normally it's 1 to 500, the leverage. The 1,000 normally is there for expiration Forex, which basically means you need the trade to move in a certain direction to make your trading, but there is an expiration time to it as well, which makes it harder, hence why there is more leverage to help you out. Hope that answers your question, Samir. Okay. Ooh, I see more questions coming. My moderator is sending questions over to me, so I'm just going to be answering a couple more of these, as webinar has exceeded, I think, already 40 minutes, so we should be cutting it short. 2 more questions, and we're calling it a day, guys. So previously, IQ option used to allow traders to trade up to 7,000 USD per order. Place limit in binary and digital. Now IQ option restricts to 100 USD. And I would like to know the reason why. This was from Griki Vashkar. Okay. Well, again, this is down to market conditions. The conditions right now for trading, as we know, are not fantastic, let's say, with what's going on, the tragedies happening in Ukraine and all that. It does depend on the markets and the time of the day. The restrictions to $100, it's not a restriction, it's more or less a limit. There's a limit of how much funds is available for a certain asset. Once again, EURUSD normally has the biggest availability there. You can always see that when you are, for example, on a binary, and you click, if you have like double option, you just glide your mouse over the buy, or the high or the low, the buy or the sell. It should show you there what is available for the trade. If it's giving you, for example, high percentage or a low percentage. Binaries, you just click here. So high, low, amount. Okay, here we go. You click on the amount and it shows 8,000 available on the buy, 8,000 available on the low. So I could take a trade up to these amounts. Now somebody else did a trade here, so it's giving me less availability, right? If there were some really big traders doing trades of 4,000 or 2,000 right now, it only takes 3 people to take the money away from me. 3 people could do a big trade of 2,500 each, and that's it. I will not be able to do a big trade anymore. So that's the explanation for this one. GBP USD, what's the availability on this one? Again, same. There are other ones, for example, that might be giving much less. USD JPY, let's check the USD and the Norwegian availability. Much less. See, this one's 4,000. So there's less on this one because it's a minor currency pair. Very important, right? I'm not seeing any questions about VIP. That is something that could definitely help many traders. If you do become VIP traders, or if you are VIP traders, you can have training sessions with your account managers that can have a one-on-one to show you many, many things that I don't have time to show right now. But I see one last question here. This is from Tharidu. Is it good to trade options on overlapping sessions? Very good question. Tharidu, yes. If you do like volatility, if you do like the markets to have extra large volatility and big movements, then it is more than optimal. It is very good to trade when markets are overlapping sessions. When, for example, London is open, Frankfurt is open, and New York is open, then we can expect the highest volatility. And for people who do like the high volatility, that would be the best time. But again, Tharidu, if you don't do well with trading on high volatility, then avoid those overlapping sessions. This is simple and it's available for everyone to just do it themselves. I can't tell you or anyone this is best or that is best. It's up to you guys to determine what is best. If you do trade, note down the time you traded. I traded today at 3 o'clock on the GMT, on the crossover when overlapping my session. I did badly. I lost 10% of my balance. I tried again tomorrow, similar time. I have another bad session. If I'm going to give it another hit on Friday and I have another bad session, then I can take a note for myself that maybe I should not be trading at this high volatility time, and I can shift things around and trade at an earlier time where it's less volatility. Hopefully I'll have a better result. But the opposite, if I do really, really well on that session, then I can aim for that. Say, okay, no more trading at evening time or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I'll start trading every day, same time, clear some time on my schedule, give myself an hour or two to do my trading between these high volatility hours. Okay, I see one more question that my moderator here has gathered. It is from Mohammed Masouf. 100 to 2 or 3. We make trade, then when to stop the trade. Okay, well, I'm not understanding 100% the question here, Mohammed, but 100 to 2 or 3. Well, if you have 100 on your account and your question is, should I do trades of $2 or $3, then I would say that is up to you. It's up to you how aggressive you want to be. 1% would be $1 in your case, 2% would be $2, 3% would be $3. If you do win that trade, your balance will go up. For example, here on, what is this one? Let me go back here. Euro GBP is giving me 85%. So if I was to do a $1 trade, means I'm going to have 85-cent profit. So I'm going to have my balance grow to $100.85. If I do a $2 trade, it's going to be 170. So my balance now will be 101.70. To do it correctly, you can just go with small rounded numbers in the beginning, but once your account comes up to a larger amount, 3,000, 4,000, 10,000, then it's better to have a calculator next to you. So you calculate every time exactly 2%. If you win a trade, if you did from 4,000 balance exactly, let's say you win a 2% trade, you have made $80. Your balance now is 4,080. Take the calculator, 4,080 divided by 3%, or multiplied by 3%, it will show you what the next trade will be. It's going to be, for example, $84.60, let's say. That's the exact amount you trade on the next one. Don't trade with random numbers, trade with percentages. This will hopefully improve your results dramatically and help you set targets and achieve those targets. Okay, going back now to my page, you can still see everything here. Right, guys, that's all we have time for today's webinar. We will be back next week with a webinar on YouTube here with our first Arabic webinar. So do sign up for that if you do speak Arabic, if you want to enjoy that webinar. It is about indicators and how indicators work. So I hope you guys would enjoy that one if you do speak Arabic. We are going to have more webinars coming up this month from myself hosting again. And that will be for Fibonacci extensions. If you watch the first one with Fibonacci retracements, you're going to love the second one with Fibonacci retracements. It's a very, very nice one. So once again, my name is Angelo. There's a photo of myself with lots of Photoshop by a very, very professional photographer. And also that photo was taken a long time ago. And I look very different. Don't forget, please like this video if you found it useful or you found something good for yourselves. Subscribe to the channel to get notifications, and definitely click the notification bell as well to receive all the notifications for future webinars so you don't miss any future ones coming up your way. So okay guys, hope you had a lovely session with me. I hope you have a great day with your trading, and looking forward to speak with you all and see you all on the next webinar. Stay safe and all the best. Take care. Bye bye guys.